Holy muscle of love, I got a muscle of love. Well, welcome back everybody to Presidente here with you once again in another video. Today we're talking about some songs that push the envelope a little bit, the innuendo. So back in the day, we're talking like 60s, 70s, even 80s, you really had to disguise, you had to use code, I guess, when you wanted to say that you were doing a little poke in the whiskers, right? So instead of saying that, they used little, what do you call those, euphemisms or double entendre, but people knew exactly what they were talking about. And it would, if you didn't follow those rules, it wouldn't get played on the radio. A program like a TV musical program or a show, they would ask you to censor it, or you wouldn't get invited back. That type of thing, right? So that is what we're talking about today. That intro, that poor intro I made, of course, was Alice Cooper's "Muscle of Love." And yeah. By the way, this video is brought to you by both rock and roll. So Alice Cooper is saying he had a muscle of love. Now, people say, oh, what he's talking about is heart. Yeah, he's talking about his heart. Yeah, you believe that. He's talking about his heart. So, yeah, okay. So, so if you think about some of the songs that were coming on shows like the Ed Sullivan Show back in the day, and those you're talking about, like the Doors. The Doors, they were asked to censor themselves because it was a drug reference, right? They didn't do it. They just went ahead and sang the lyrics anyway. Light My Fire, which was girl, we couldn't get much higher, right? They didn't want them to say higher because it's a drug reference. The Rolling Stones with Let's Spend the Night Together, they had them change the lyrics to Let's Spend Some Time Together. That way that it wouldn't be a sexual reference. Just how that is. Just want to remind you before we keep going that there will be memes at the end. Please like and subscribe. This is a music video, so there is no monetization on it, but you should be able to enjoy this, have a little fun with this. I'm just picking some songs. There's many songs out there that reference sex, but they're not coming right out and saying. Now some do, and as time went by, people got a little bolder, I think, and or the music industry became more lenient, whatever the case was. So I just jotted down, like, I don't know, 10, 12 different songs that came to mind. I'm sure you can find so many more. If you know of any that I didn't cover here, please put them down in the comments. I'm sure I've heard some or you've heard some that I may have missed. So please just put them down in the comments, and who knows, if we have enough, I'll do another one of these. But it just occurred to me because I was listening to that Alice Cooper song, and that is what kind of triggered me, going, yeah, it was allowed on the radio as long as they referred it to his heart, I guess, right? That's a pretty cool tune. I'm not going to play it here right now, but look it up. Muscle of Love, Alice Cooper. So let's get started. So we start out innocently enough, right? With word love, or making love, or loving, as the substitute for the deed, right? So you have a few songs coming out, but of course everybody knows what you're talking about. Again, everybody knows what is implied, right? But as long as you didn't come out and say it, then you were okay. So an example of that is Stephen Stills' Love the One You're With. Well, there's a rose
Love the one you're with. Love the one you're with.
Also, that was 1970, and in 1971, you had T-Rex. Now, T-Rex was pretty bold back in the day. So T-Rex and Bang a Gong.
You got the teeth of the hider on you. Dude, it's sweet in your mind, girl. Get it on! Bang a gong! Get it on! Get it on! Bang a gong! Get it on!
No, you can't make that connection. I can. Now in 1973, Marvin Gaye came out with Let's Get It On, right? And later he would come out with Sexual Healing. Now Get It On is really, he wasn't really hiding what he meant, right? And in Sexual Healing, he wasn't hiding what he meant either. But that was a little more open. I guess the censors were kind of more lenient than, but.
I've been really trying, baby, trying to hold back this feeling for so long. And if you feel like I feel, baby, then come on. Oh, come on. Woo. Let's get it on. Ah, baby. Let's get it on.
But those two songs, but this one came out and we knew what Get It On meant. We knew what Bang a Gong meant. But in 1974, Bad Company came out with Be Like Making Love. Great song, great rock song. Again, making love is just a substitute for the deed. That's all it is. But great song. It was a hit. Feel Like Making Love.
I would wrap you in the heaven with Billy dying on the way. Feel like making. Feel like making love. Oh yeah. Feel like making love. Ooh. Feel like making love. Feel like making love to you.
Now, I skipped 72. 72, Raspberries came out with Go All the Way. And the late, great Eric Carmen, I guess he said he had written that song trying to write it from the perspective of the female, of the girl in the song. Or, yeah. So, Go All the Way, of course, is not, not a secret what that actually means, right? If you were a kid, teenager, and whatnot, the whole first base, second base, going all the way, right? But it was a hit. It was a good song. It was rocking.
She kissed me and said, baby, please go away. Feel so right being with you here tonight. Please go away. Just hold me close. Don't ever let me go.
In 1976, there was another song that came out. It was like everybody knew what they meant, right? It's such a sweet tune, and Starlight vocal band. Oh man, Afternoon Delight. There had to be a Filipina in that band. Bring that passion in there. Everybody knows what Afternoon Delight, what they were talking about. I mean, you didn't even have to be Sherlock Holmes to figure out what they were talking about. right? Come on.
The night is always gonna be here anyway.
Thinking of you's working up my appetite. Looking forward to a little afternoon delight. Rubbing sticks and stones together make the sparks ignite. And the thought of loving you is getting so exciting.
Sky rockets in flight. Afternoon delight. Afternoon delight. Afternoon delight. Started.
Good tune though. And you start to get it into the 80s, disco dying off, and then MTV kicking on, all this other stuff. But you had Casey and the Sunshine Band still trying to hang on to that bit of disco with Give It Up. And again, he's not saying, give it up, quit trying. He's saying, baby, give it up.
Mine off mine. Now, baby, give it up, baby, give it up. Now, baby, give it up, baby, give it up.
Now, I wanted to throw this one in there because I like the song. It was a little catchy tune, right? And this is in the early 90s with Inner Circle, Sweat, the La 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 song, right? You could, at first you could think, oh, I'm gonna make you sweat, right? Then you start going a little bit more into the song. You're like, wait a minute, I ain't talking about dancing.
Running wild, my tongue gets tied, and that's no lie. I'm looking in your eyes. I'm looking in your big brown eyes. Ooh, yeah. And I've got this to say to you. Hey, girl, I want to make you sweat. Sweat till you can't sweat no more. And if you cry out, I'm gonna push it some more. Girl, I want to make you sweat. Sweat till you can't sweat no more. And if you cry out, I'm gonna push it some more. A la 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 long, a la 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 long, long. Come on.
Now, I don't want to leave the ladies out of this, okay? The lady performers, because they had plenty of that as well. They had plenty of innuendo in their songs. And we're talking like Sylvia and her Pillow Talk in the early 70s. She was saying, everything your friends say is fine, but they can't compete with this pillow talk of mine. And she's talking about, hey, just let me stay. Come on. And of course, her little, good song.
What your friends all say is fine, but it can't compete with this pillow talk of mine. Ooh, I don't wanna see you be no fool. What I'm teaching you tonight, boy, you never learn it in school. Oh no, so friends, la la la. Would you, baby? La la la, la la la
Now, this one is kind of interesting. Another lady, of course, the what do they call that? The Queen of Disco, or yeah, I think they call it the Queen of Disco, right? Yeah, according to reports, and I'm not sure if it was her, but according to reports, she was in the throes of ecstasy. And she recorded some of that where she could put into the song as well. The late great Donna Summer, like she said, love to love you, baby.
Love you, baby. When you're laying so close to me, there's no place I'd rather you be than with me. Do it to me again and again. Put me in such an awful spin, in a spin.
And finally, in the 80s, another lady, Berlin, with her sax song. Yeah, that didn't leave anything out of the imagination. You know, she just came up and said, "I'm up, and we'll make love together." But the song is sex, and it's all in the background of it and everything. How'd that get past the censors? I don't know that. You know, guys in the 60s and 70s going, how come she gets to do that? You know, we had to censor ourselves. How come she can just come straight out and say it?
We make love together.
All right, folks, I hope you enjoyed this video. Try to keep it short. Not sure if I succeeded, but thank you so much for watching. And until next time, watch the memes at the end. Like and subscribe.